What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back on the video. In today's video, it's actually another Star Wars box office news update video, and this comes up on this comes up at Forbes. So it's and again, I will link the article in the description box down below so you guys can check it out. So it says on Forbes, right? Box office Star Wars Rise of Skywalker plummets 58% on Friday. And this article, is from Scott Mendelson, Disney shill, protector, and all this other stuff, right? So it says the Rise of Skywalker fell 58% on third Friday, earning another $11 million to top the box office and bringing its 15-day come to $428 million. That sets the stage for a likely $37 million, 49% weekend gross, and a 17-day domestic come of $454 million. And if the 49-50 split, around $920 million worldwide, I guess by Sunday. That is a drop by 44%, and Abrams is. They're saying, I guess, J.J. Abrams' Rise of Skywalker is earning less and faster than its predecessor, The Force Awakens. And The Force Awakens lucked out by having its second Friday on Christmas, Rogue One. The Force Awakens made $937 million. And it says we're looking at the legs of Rise of Skywalker, which opened $177 million. Compared to The Last Jedi, that opened to $220 million for The Last Jedi. Force Awakens opened at $248 million for Force Awakens. And we seem to be seeing the reverse of what we saw with The Last Jedi, that the film didn't benefit from the holiday until Christmas, in which its second Monday, which particularly led to the smaller than hope first Monday through Thursday frame, and a 67% second drop. It recovered on Christmas and eventually legged up to $620 million in America. Rise of Skywalker is reversing that performance. It seems like it's not doing what they're expecting. And I'm trying to see exactly. It says Jumanji, Little Woman. It says, but after Advantage's holiday calendar barely helped Rise of Skywalker, after kids go back to school on Monday, all bets are off. But best case scenario is a domestic finish between $545 million, $565 million domestic. The worst case scenario is around $515 million, but that will depend on how it upholds over the next few weeks. And the competition is light with Jumanji and Cats and proving to be no greatest showman. If anything, proving the biggest threat to Star Wars is Frozen 2. What the hell is he talking about? Which is more evidence that Disney should have pushed the Star Wars finale to 2020, a 515 to 565 million domestic, 1 billion gross wise for Star Wars would have been a lot more for Disney in 2020 than it does in 2019. Again, the article's super long. I'm just going to get to the point, and again, you guys can check out the full article if you really want to. But again, I'm just going to give you my thoughts, right? It shows you that the Star Wars, that they shot themselves in the foot. And here's the thing, people are like, oh, it's going to make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't understand that. If you spend 600 something million and marketing and budget, I'm just talking about everything in general, and merchandise, you can tell they didn't believe in it, because I went to Walmart and Target and stuff like that, and they have like a very, very small section of Star Wars toys. But because like 5-6 years ago, before Force Awakens came out, you had a whole 2 to 3, 4 rows of just Star Wars toys. Now it's this one little section, and they still have like the old lightsabers and like Rose Tico toys. But then you go on the other like section of like Target Star Wars, they have a whole row of they have like 1 or 2 rows at like Walmart, Target, filled with Avengers toys. So it shows you that Marvel is selling more than Star Wars, and it shows you that I think they shot themselves in the foot with this Star Wars thing. I think by making Star Wars into something that it really isn't, they treat Star Wars as a white feminist political platform, and it's going to come back and bite them in the ass. Even though they're making $1 billion and stuff like that, whatever, you guys lost a lot of fans. The fan base, they're not going to be supporting it like they did back in the day, like with The Force Awakens. They're not even going to support it like the way they supported George Lucas. Even as much as people complained and bitched about the prequels, they still were buying the merchandise. They were still buying the video games and the novels and the comics, and just really into the lore. And we had a 2008 2005, 2007 recession and all that, and they were still buying Star Wars stuff. So again, it was Star Wars was still making money. Now Star Wars is not making the money like it is because you guys shot yourself in the foot. You want to get this white, young, female, feminist demographics. You guys want to get wine moms. You want to get soccer moms. You want to get white feminist women. You want to get the SJWs and the Raylo shippers and all these other people who really don't give a crap about the property. They're just using it as a political platform to for their own personal agenda. That's it. They don't really care about it. Because if they did, why is all the stuff suffering? Why is why isn't the merchandise and stuff like that not doing as well? And why isn't, like, even they said Galaxy Edge is, like they said, people are going and not going. I do believe people are going to Galaxy Edge. I just don't think it's the numbers that they want. I'm not saying that people are not going to Galaxy at all. It's pretty much empty. I'm saying it's probably not doing the numbers that they want, and it probably is underperforming in that type of capacity for at least with Galaxy Edge, at least with Disney, Star Wars, and stuff like that. And it shows you that Star Wars is taking a hit because this movie should have made Avengers Endgame type numbers. This movie should have at least done more than The Last Jedi. It should do Black Panther type numbers at least. To be honest, it should at least do 1.3 billion. And if you read the article, it seems like Scott Mendelson is saying that it's gonna make less than The Last Jedi, and they're saying that it probably will do 1.2. It'll probably do 1.2 billion by the end of its run. And also, I told you before, I did the the article and stuff like that. They're saying that shareholders, investors are very mad and disappointed because it's like, we gave you all this money, Disney, for the movie, and then Disney or Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy is running around telling these shareholders, investors, and stockholders like, oh, it's the Skywalker saga. 42 years. It's going to do Avengers Endgame type numbers. It's going to do $2.8 billion. That's $3 billion. Bro, you know that they probably lied to all those business, corporate investors and shareholders in those freaking meetings about the Rise of Skywalker, because it should be doing a lot better than it is now. And also the problem is no excuse because the movies are dead. Like what comes out next week? I think Just Mercy. I mean, I'll probably go see that. Doctor Dolittle. That doesn't look that good. Bad Boys. People, even though Bad Boys doesn't look bad, but it just doesn't look great, and no one's really talking about it. So you have a lot of dead movies that are coming. And then you got Birds of Prey that comes out February, which looks like trash. So you have a lot of trash ass competition, and Rise of Skywalker should be dominating, man. I guarantee you, if you would have put Avengers Endgame during a Christmas time right now, that movie would have beat Avatar just like that, man. And plus, people would have gonna see it again and again and again and again and again. And in my personal opinion, I feel like the way Disney is, I feel like they should just take out those Star Wars movies on Christmas and December and put a Marvel movie in there, to be honest with you, because Star Wars ain't doing what they want. Like besides Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rogue One was a spinoff, but like if it's not doing like Force Awakens type numbers on those time slots, then I feel like Star Wars, you gotta pull that out and put another Marvel movie in there, Disney. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Star Wars is not doing the numbers that they want. And this is freaking it was Christmas, January, and February. So you have 3 months of like really no strong competition until maybe March. Because like February is still a dead month, January is still a dead month. So you got like 2.5 months of like weak movie content until like spring. So there is no excuse why this movie shouldn't have done bigger than Endgame. And Endgame was put in the summertime when you had nothing but movies coming out. You had every freaking movie come out, man. You had last year, you had like Aladdin, Lion King, Godzilla. I mean, Disney was competing with its own self, and Avengers Endgame made more money than Avatar and became the highest grossing film of all time. So there's no freaking excuse. So I do believe that this is a very disappointment. If this was a regular independent movie, 1.2 billion would be amazing. But if you spent a lot to make a lot and it's not doing those type of numbers, then it's a problem. And I think Disney and Kathleen Kennedy is realizing that they kind of messed up. And again, it's not terrible. It still made money, but a lot of the stuff that they did with Rey and Palpatine, and all this other stuff is going to come back and bite them in the ass in the future when it comes to the Star Wars brand and franchise in the long run. That's really it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a disaster? Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.